Imagine a city caught in a strange madness. Hundreds of people were compelled to dance relentlessly, day and night, until exhaustion claimed their lives. This isn't a fever dream, it's a documented historical enigma. Welcome to Hoodie History. Here I delve into history, including the truly strange and often perplexing episodes of our past. It's great to have you here. I'm Michael, your host. Today we're diving into a puzzling historical event. This bizarre occurrence still confuses historians and scientists. Prepare to experience the unsettling tale of the dancing plague of 1518. Our story unfolds in the summer of 1518 in the city of Strasbourg, France, then part of the Holy Roman Empire. It began with a single woman, Frau Troffea, who suddenly stepped into the street and began to dance, not in a celebratory or joyful manner, but with a frenetic, almost convulsive energy. What started as an isolated incident swiftly metastasized into a full-blown societal anomaly. Within a week, dozens more individuals joined her seemingly involuntary jig, and within a month, the number had ballooned to hundreds. It was like a flash mob suddenly appearing, except that no one was enjoying it, and it was a bit dangerous. Or it was like starting a game of Dance Dance Revolution that you couldn't stop. Actually, that sounds like a plot for a horror movie about an evil arcade game. Anyway, the authorities of Strasbourg were understandably perplexed by this unprecedented phenomenon. Their first response was strange by today's standards. It was shaped by the old humoral theory of medicine. Believing the afflicted were suffering from overheated blood, they mandated more dancing. Stages were erected, musicians were hired, and the afflicted were encouraged to dance it out. The rationale, albeit misguided, was that continuous movement would somehow purge the malady. You can almost hear the medieval town council saying, "The best way to stop dancing is more dancing." But this prescription proved catastrophically ineffective. Exhaustion, dehydration, and even heart attacks became commonplace. Eyewitness accounts show a grim scene. People moving endlessly, their feet bleeding, and their bodies exhausted. They couldn't stop their strange and deadly act, even when it became too much to bear. The mortality rate among the dancers was significant. Many theories have been suggested over the years to explain this puzzling event. A key idea focuses on religious hysteria, or mass psychogenic illness, often called mass hysteria. During times of social stress, famine, and disease, like in 16th century Europe, people can show unusual behaviors. This often comes from psychological distress and common beliefs. The strong religious feelings of the time focused on divine punishment and demonic possession. This might have shaped how people understood and showed unusual physical symptoms. Essentially, the stress of the era might have manifested in a truly bizarre and collective physical breakdown. Another more physiologically grounded theory implicates ergot poisoning. Ergot is a fungus that grows on rye and other grains. When eaten, it can produce a psychoactive and convulsive alkaloid. Symptoms of ergot poisoning can include spasms, hallucinations, and even death. It's conceivable that a contaminated grain supply could have induced some of the observed behaviors. But this theory has some challenges. One big issue with it is the long-lasting and coordinated dancing. This behavior doesn't quite match the usual symptoms of ergotism. It's possible rye grain caused a really bad trip and took half the town with it. The dancing plague of 1518 remains a captivating and unsettling historical conundrum. Mass psychogenic illness likely played a key role, but the exact mix of factors that triggered and sustained this unusual event is still unclear. It reminds us of the complex mix of our thoughts, social pressures, and biological factors that shape how we act, especially during crises and uncertainty. It's a stark illustration that history isn't always logical, and sometimes, well, maybe people just start dancing themselves to death. It would have probably made a good Alfred Hitchcock thriller. Instead of the birds, it could have been the moves. The dancing plague of 1518 is a strange reminder of our past. It shows that some events are hard to explain, and this challenges how we understand human behavior and society. What are your thoughts on the potential causes of this strange historical event? Do you find one theory more compelling than the others? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm always intrigued by your interpretations. If you enjoyed this look at the strange dancing plague of 1518, please like and subscribe. Join me for more unusual history here at Hoodie History. Thanks for exploring this unsettling chapter of history with me here at Hoodie History. Until next time, keep your curiosity burning bright, but watch that compulsion to dance.